Okay, day 5 of Kilimanjaro. I had to miss a day yesterday because it was hectic. So I'll start with day 4. We left here, Uhuru huts, at 8:45, and we got to the next hut, which, well, it's not really a hut, more of a base camp for Kilimanjaro. We got there for 1 o'clock, which was quite good. We've been the first people at the base camps every time, so we've been setting quite a good pace. But we got warned when we get to Kibo Hut, it's called, that there was a good chance that you'd get altitude / mountain sickness. So they advised you to sleep, eat, and then you had to go at midnight, which was fun. So we got there for 1. As soon as I lay down, I just felt ill, felt really bad, massive headache, my legs and my shoulder were still tired, so I just tried to sleep. But we were in this room, we went in one of these huts, we were in a big, massive, almost like a dorm. There's about 7 bunk beds, so there was us 3, and then we got loads of Swiss guys who just made so much noise, I just wanted to punch their fucking faces in. But they eventually shut up, but I couldn't sleep, my head was so sore. So I couldn't, from 1, we had dinner at 6, maybe 5 or 6. After dinner I couldn't sleep, so I literally thought, it got to 10 o'clock, we had to get up at 11, ready to set off at midnight to actually climb the mountain. I thought at 10 o'clock, there's absolutely no fucking chance I'm getting up this mountain. Not only that, I thought, what the fuck am I doing? Climbing a mountain. I don't fucking like climbing. I paid £600 to climb this mountain. It's fucking freezing. And then it started snowing, so that was going to make it worse. So I thought, what the fuck am I doing here? What is the fucking point of this? I could have gone to Zanzibar and just laid in the sun. But somehow I fell asleep at 10. I got woken up at 11:30, saying you've got to hurry up and get ready. But I felt great. It was so weird. The headache had gone, my muscles were fine. Had a cup of Milo, which is like this Nestle hot chocolate type drink. It's really nice. And then we set off at 12:15 to climb the summit. They always set off at midnight because so that you can't actually see where you're going. It sounds a bit stupid, but it makes perfect sense. So I'll tell you why in a minute. So we started climbing, 5 of us, 3 of us and 2 guides, and it was probably physically the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. You're literally going up a gradient which was so steep in snow, it was impossible to have any grip, and it was so dangerous. If you fell, you practically die. It was so bad, so bad. So there's 2 points in Kilimanjaro. The first one, I can't remember what the first one's called. I think it's called Gordon's Point or something like that. Great. It begins with a G, but it takes the average person about 4 to 6 hours. And we got there in under 4, which is good because we were setting a very good pace. We were just overtaking everyone, and they were like, fucking hell, these guys are quick. But we were also worried that we were going too quick, and so the altitude sickness would just hit us and we'd die. Not literally die, but you know what I mean. But there was a point before getting to that, to Gordon's Point where I was going, that I literally thought I was gonna just collapse. My legs were so sore. I kept falling over because my torch had died, so I couldn't actually see where I was walking. The snow was literally up to my knee deep, so I'm wading through snow, climbing up a mountain at 3 o'clock in the fucking morning. What the fuck was I doing? But we got to Gordon's Point. one of the greatest feelings ever when you got to the sign. It was like, oh my god, I can't believe I actually got here. So then the next point was the summit, which is called Uhuru Point, and that was an hour and a half after that. Norman tried to come, but he wasn't well, so we had to go back. So it ended up being me, Andrew, and one of our guides, and it was, oh my god, the coldest. The wind literally was knocking me over. I was so tired that I was just wandering around a mountain, which I could have just slipped and just fell down into this crater. I had a balaclava on, which was getting stuck to my face. So like every time I tried to drink, I had to rip it off my moustache. So I thought I was going to basically just have a patchy moustache when I got back. But yeah, an hour and a half later, we got to the summit. We made it. One of the greatest feelings ever. It was pitch black because it was 5:30 in the fucking morning, so we actually couldn't see. So we tried to take pictures and they were just shit. So I will have to try and edit the pictures so that you can actually see me touching the sign at 5,800 something feet in the air. So yeah, 5:30 we made it, but then we had to go all the way back. Oh my god. It was the first hour and a half, we weren't too bad, but then because we had to go down the mountain and we weren't allowed to stick around too fast, otherwise the altitude would seriously kick in. So our guide decided to literally run down the mountain, and I'm not even joking, like down the steep, up the path, just run down the mountain. And you know I'm a lanky bastard anyway, my knees were just in bits, so he ended up dragging me down the mountain. I was just a complete mess, and you could have saw me. I literally couldn't even stand up, he was just dragging me down the whole mountain. We got down the mountain in about an hour, it took us 4 to get up it. So we got back to Kibo at 8 this morning, day 5, without any sleep. We were given some fruit and some dry toast. Why dry toast? Why? Don't know. Who eats dry toast? Shit. But yeah. And then we had to set off to get back to here, which took us another 2 hours. I was absolutely fucking knackered. Absolutely knackered, and it felt like it just was going on and on. I had about 20 layers of clothes on from the previous night. I had a pair of waterproofs, these tracky bottoms, a pair of shorts, 2 pairs of boxers, 3 pairs of socks, a vest, a t-shirt, a hoodie and a waterproof jacket, then this hat, a balaclava, and I had both hoods up and I was still cold. So when we were coming back down here and it was starting to warm up, we just having to take layers off, and it was just, yeah, a nightmare. So we got back to here at 11 and all I've done is sleep. I'm so tired, my knees are just absolutely fucked, actually fucked. And the worst thing was they wanted us to go down an extra base camp this afternoon because Norman was not well, but we refused because we were so tired. So yeah, that was the past 2 days. I made it to the top. Would I do it again? Fuck no. Never climbing any mountains ever again. But I'm glad I've done it. Something to tick off the list. I get a gold certificate for getting to the top. We've met a lot of people who've been getting anywhere near the top. They just got to where no one got to. So I'm quite proud of myself. Yeah, just never doing it again. And people who are jealous back home saying, "Oh, I'm jealous you're climbing Kilimanjaro." You don't need to be jealous. It's nothing to be jealous of. Pay £600 to get ill, walk, I don't even know how many kilometres so far, I'm going to say about 50 at least, maybe over that, 50 kilometres in 4 days. Probably even more actually. Today we walked about at least 20, 25. We walked up the mountain, down the mountain, and then back to here, which is 10 kilometres. So yeah, don't be jealous. So yeah, I'll any details on this I'll fill you in the blog. Cool.